Somewhere in the dark gloomy realm of the underworld, there lived an anonymous lesser deity of death, who was second to only Hades himself, Thanatos, the personification of death. Thanatos was the son of Nyx, the goddess of night, and the brother of Hypnos, the god of sleep. He appeared to humans to carry them off to the underworld when the time allotted to them by the fates had expired. He was a god who by merely touching a person made them die a painless death. The glowing sun never looks upon him with his beams, neither as he goes up into heaven, nor as he comes down from heaven. He has a heart of iron, and his spirit within him is pitiless as bronze. Whomsoever of men he has once seized he holds fast, and he is hateful even to the deathless gods. Thanatos was thus regarded as merciless and indiscriminate, hated by and hateful towards mortals and gods alike. He was merciless for those whose time had come to an end, but was still gentle when taking their life away. Death was inevitable, but there are some cases where individuals were able to outsmart Thanatos, and essentially cheat death for a brief period. The king Sisyphus was known for his trickery, but by having betrayed the gods, he was punished by Zeus. Thanatos was then ordered to take the king to the underworld, and chain him there as his time amongst the living had come to an end. When the two eventually reached the underworld, the king asked Thanatos if he could demonstrate how the chains would work. Thanatos was merciful enough to grant the king this last request, but Sisyphus seized the opportunity, trapping Thanatos in his own chains and escaping death. With Thanatos bound in the underworld, no one on earth could die, and this particularly angered the god Ares. What good was a war if his opponents could not die? And so he intervened. He then traveled to the underworld, freeing Thanatos and handing over King Sisyphus in the process. Thanatos also had a brief confrontation with the hero Heracles, when he was asked to bring the princess known as Alcestis to the underworld. Heracles fought the god of death, eventually driving it away. During the Trojan War, Thanatos was summoned to return the body of the demigod known as Sarpedon, whose father Zeus wanted his son's body to be taken to his native land of Lycia. Sarpedon was an ally to the Trojans and fought fiercely until the last year of the war, where he would be killed by Patroclus. Despite being responsible for orchestrating the war, Zeus lamented his son's death. As he could not let his body be disgraced on the battlefield, he ordered the god Apollo to retrieve the body. And once Apollo had done so, he would then give the body to Thanatos and Hypnos, who would take the body to Lycia and give Sarpedon the hero's burial he deserved. Thanatos, of course, accepted this task, but not because it was given to him by Zeus, but because honoring death was his solemn duty.